Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kasarian, and welcome to another episode of Euro Trucking Simulator 2. Yay. I don't know whether I'm doing this ironically or not. I don't think I am, because if I was doing it ironically, I'd be a hipster. Then I'd have to shoot myself repeatedly in the head. Anyways, if you listen really closely to my microphone right now, you can hear this. That's right, I am now using a force feedback Driving Force GT by Logitech. So we'll see how well this works. I'm not yet at the point of actually using the manual transmission, but I'm just trying to get a hold of a feel for this, because I've never actually used a wheel before. I've played driving games, but never used a wheel. So let us take a look at this, shall we? Alright, let's see what the job offers we have here are. We have a 12K one. Alright. Let's see. Let's go out to the full job market and see what we have around us. Freight market, there we go. There is someone raiding also in the background, so that's probably why if you hear any other noises, that's probably what you're hearing. Huh, why didn't I have that? That's departing from exactly where I'm departing from. Oh, okay. So let's set that as our destination. And, let's get started here if I can get my pedals in the right place. Now the downside to this is that I have to take my hand off of my steering column to actually move my in-game head. But, alright, let's see how this works. Alright, let's put the directional on this way. Check over here. I don't think I see anyone. Look back in the direction I'm turning. And brake for the stoplight. There we go. So yeah, I am now using a racing wheel. Never thought I'd actually do that, to be honest with you guys. I don't know, I've just never been, you know, a racing person. I mean, I don't know. I have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit of some sort on my computer, but I have it on Steam, but I've never really played it that much. Just, oh, light screen. I've never really seen the need for it. We got our lights on, just in case it gets dark enough that they consider it necessary for me to have my lights on. Let's put our right-hand turn signal on, and I'm pretty certain that here in Europe you can't actually turn on red. You can't write on red up here, or over here in Europeland, and I'm trying to adjust my pedals. So, what are we talking about today? Well, I don't know yet, to be honest with you, because, as you guessed from the last episode, my policy with this show is really just kind of ranty. Let's turn this. Wow, the wheel's kind of twitchy. That's a curb. That's a curb. Oop. That was a parking brake. There we go. Those are the wipers. Ooh, is this my turn here? Oh, I don't know how you guys expect me to get in or out of there, but right, let's cut this guy off. After all, I'm a Boston driver. Yes, stop, you're not kidding. They're like 2 feet on either side of my truck there. Okay, job offer. Press enter. We are going to take this pressure tank down to Stuttgart. As if you could tell, I have actually taken a little bit of German. I sort of know what I'm doing here. Not really. Alright, that appears to be my trailer right there. Oh, this is going to be entertaining. Well, that didn't work. The problem is I was at work today, and now I'm having trouble remembering that in this game, it turns out that to make yourself go forward more slowly, to make yourself go backward, you press the brake, right? Because that's what most driving games do. Well, the problem is now that I'm playing with a wheel, I'm trying to drive my truck like I drive my car. Not in terms of turning and whatever, but just in terms of... See, I did it again. I did exactly the same thing. So, for those of you people who don't know, who don't drive or whatever, ooh, wrong way. When you're in reverse, you still use the gas pedal. It's just, you know, your transmission is set to reverse, so you go backwards. Hopefully I can pick up the trailer this time. And we actually have it now. Beautiful. This rain's crappy. Getting out of here is going to be a bitch. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, you put your transmission in reverse, and then you press the gas. You don't press the brake to go backwards. So what keeps happening is, I keep thinking that I need to slow down and go backwards, and I can't. I keep thinking that, you know, to stop going backwards quickly, I need to hit the brake. And instead, it makes me actually go faster in reverse, which I guess means I should probably switch. Oh, this is hell on earth to get out of. Look at this. I have no visibility. There are streets in Boston that are easier to drive than this. Speaking of Boston, I'll get to the next part of my information in a little bit. But, oh, this is going to be a tough one. Don't hit, don't... can I unstick? Nope. I'm totally certain there's going to be a good way to get out of here. Anyone coming in this way? Nope. People coming that way, but they'll just have to wait for me at this rate. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have to back this all the way up. And let's see if I can't just pull straight out. No. Oh, because I was in... Come on, clear it. Aha! Anyways, yes, there are... If you've ever heard stories about how Boston is a notoriously hard city to drive in, every single one of them is entirely accurate and true to fact. Boston is hell to drive in. Actually, one of the people sitting in the room near me came up here from the Carolinas, I think? Carolinas? North Carolina, there we go. And, I don't even want to know what her opinion is on Boston traffic and driving. Quote, it's worse than LA, which, having never been to LA, doesn't mean a hell of a lot to me, but I can imagine having... Yeah. That was... Oh, that's what happened. Well, I'm amazed I didn't get fined for that. Yeah, so part of the problem is that I'm not really used to where the brake and the pedals are because unlike real cars, they don't feel different on the platform thing that they're stuck to because they're both the same size. For those of you who don't drive, by the way, car brake and gas pedals actually feel different when you press on them. Why? Well, so that Mr. Grandpa Smith doesn't accidentally hit the brake instead of the gas. Or hit the gas instead of the brake. Excuse me. Because if you hit the brake instead of the gas, it's not really a bad thing, but if you hit the gas instead of the brake, that's a really bad thing. And actually, here in the States, just about every month, you hear about an incident involving some old guy who hit the brake, who hit the gas instead of the brake. Alright, come on, truck, you can do it. Put our signal on, put our signal off. I need to do something to this, because this is a really twitchy wheel right now. It's not at all like what I'm familiar with. Yeah, it's really prone to letting me drift. Because there's this dead zone in it that's like, kind of driving me a little crazy, to be honest with you. But this also may be because I've never used a wheel before. So, the second part of my news. Remember that guy who blew up a bomb in Boston? Well, the guys. One of them is now dead, and one of them has been captured. That's right, they actually managed to catch the guy in one piece. Well, sort of. Sort of one piece, actually. Somewhat shot up, but alive, which is a bloody miracle, in my opinion. I was honestly expecting that guy to either blow himself up, or put a bullet in his own head, or the cops to put several hundred bullets in his head. It's not that I don't trust police officers to be professional. It's more that I have a bunch of friends who are cops, and just about the best way to seal your own death warrant with police officers if you ever commit a crime, by the way, not that I'm recommending this, pretty much the best way to seal your own death warrant is to kill a cop. After you do that, your chances of survival go down quite immensely. So anyways, they actually caught him, and they caught him alive, and now he gets to look forward to the rest of his life in a nice federal penitentiary for domestic terrorism. Or if we're really lucky, or if he's really lucky, my girlfriend's trying to convince me, by the way, to read a text while driving a truck. I'm certain this is illegal.
I'm not trying to convince you anything. I was pointing out that I got an update about the thing you were talking about.
So, yes, he now has the rest of his life to look forward to a federal penitentiary. What was the update on?
He's now being taken to an undisclosed hospital in Boston.
And probably secured by half of Boston Police Department SWAT team. So yes, I was actually quite surprised by that, to be honest with you. And, but on the other hand, we at least get to figure out his motivations for it. You know, it's... Because that's been something that everyone's been kind of questioning on and off, is why he did it, you know, this and that. So at least we finally get to figure that one out. How much fuel do I have? Plenty of fuel, okay. Though I may need a rest stop at some point in the future, but we're fine for right now. Oh, come on. Why do you insist on getting out into my lane, and that's it. I have to fix this dead zone thing. This is going to drive me nuts. Controls. Steering sensitivity. Let's decrease that by quite a bit. Thank you. Alright, so where is that? Should be something about a dead zone on the steering. Non-linearity. Let's see what this does. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. And my girlfriend made brownies, which are more fudge-like than brownie-like, if I were to be completely honest with you guys. What did this do?
But fudgy brownies are the best.
So what I'm going to end up doing is, I'm going to end up playing with this steering setup until it roughly resembles the car that I actually drive in real life. By which I mean I don't bounce all over the guardrail. Or into other lanes, because there's still this steering dead zone that I'm having a lot of trouble with. I don't know, do your guys' cars have those? Like dead zones right in the middle? I drive a Toyota, and otherwise I drive my family's Honda. Oof. And those things are known for having pretty robust steering systems. Are we about to merge in the same lane here? Alright, I'm going to brake behind you now. Driving tip. If someone won't let you in, there is no shame in putting on your brakes and pulling in behind them. I know this is a foreign concept to most of you guys who are new, young, and or inexperienced drivers. Oh, that's why. Wow, that took me forever to stop. Excuse me, folks. Let's go to another view here. Oh! What the... What the... How did... I mean, I admit I wasn't doing anything entirely legal there, but... Really? So I can't get myself out of this. Accelerate just a little bit more. A little bit. Just a little bit more. Just trying to disentangle ourselves here. Slowly but surely. So I'm going to just pull away from him a little bit. What the... Oh, he's backing out of the way. Okay. Well, I just caused a huge traffic jam. Problem is, as soon as I free myself from this guy, I'm going to ram that white car in front of me. Yep, I am going to ram him. And apparently I'm getting tired, too. Oh, that's why I'm having trouble. Okay. My pedal design is just very strange on this. Oh god, don't roll over. Ha! We cleared it! Through some driving that will not win us any awards from the local Policemen's Association. And a crash fence and some damage to the vehicle. But that's okay. On the road again. Da 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 da. On the road again. Does anyone really remember the middle of that song, or just on the road again? Sung ad infinitum over and over and over and over again.
I'm not sure there are.
Okay, see, there's that dead zone that I'm having trouble with. See, right in there? Except that time I didn't have it. That's so weird. Yeah, my guy's getting tired. Alright, where's my next rest stop today? There's gas, but... Christ, that's a bit of a trip. Okay, so there is a rest stop up ahead, which we will endeavor to use and or visit, etc., etc., etc. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Options. Keyboard. Where's the cruise control button? Throttle, retarder, hazards, beacon, cruise control. Let's set it to that button. Alright. Back to work. And we're driving. Let's let our speed even off a little bit. Yeah. My sleep marker just turned red. And set cruise control to 60. Now I can take my foot out of there. I can happily drive on. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so what was I saying? I don't know. Right, crazy people. You know, I don't understand what would cause someone to just go so crazy as to think, two people nonetheless, as to think that, you know, it's a great idea to put anti-personnel bombs in the middle of the Boston Marathon. You know, they didn't release a statement. They're just crazy. No. Well, yes, but we don't know that yet. Yes, game. I should find a place to rest soon. I understand that quite clearly. You don't need to tell me that. Oh, my word. But, yeah. So I'm in 10th gear right now. That's nice. Unfortunately, my... Ooh. Other side of the road. Yes, we're not in the UK. We're not in the UK here. I don't even know what that sign means. See, there's this dead zone I'm just having a lot of trouble with. Like, I have a shifter on the side of my console here that I can actually hit with my hand. when I'm holding the wheel at the standard, 10 o'clock, whatever o'clock position. It's just that for some reason the game's not picking it up correctly. If anyone's using the GT Logitech, whatever it's called, I would appreciate it. Did I just miss a turn? Yeah, I just missed a turn. I just completely missed a turn. Let's check the map again. I'm so busy talking, I'm not paying attention. Oh, but you know what? If I go to this sleep stop, I don't have another one until I get to town. So we are just going to have to go for this one. Let's put the pedal down. Put our foot down on that pedal. Let's get accelerating. By the way, you Europeans, I don't know what it is with you people and not putting up speed limit signs. Oh, that's a cool structure. Looks like a water tower. Anyways, I don't know what it is with you guys and not putting up speed limit signs. It's like, you'd think you'd want people... Yes, game, that's fine. I'm babbling. You'd think you'd want people to know when it was, what the speed limit was so that they didn't get themselves in trouble. But no, you guys seem to have the attitude of, you should just know what the speed limit is at all times because you should be psychic. Like, that's what you should be. Oh, I'm sorry, you aren't? Well, here's a traffic fence. Like, and well, in this game, there are, like, no cops doing speed traps. So unless there's a speed camera up ahead, I'm just kind of like tootling along this road at like 70 miles an hour, even though I'm fairly certain that is way above the legal allowed speed here. And you have so many overtaking areas. Passing, in the US we call it, passing. You have so many passing zones. In the US, if like you run into one of them on a road like this, it's one lane, you're lucky if you run into one of them on a stretch. Never mind like an entire segment like this. By the way, guys, this really is the steering dead zone. I'm really not this bad of a driver. Okay, let's pull over here. Yes, game, I should find a place to rest. That is why I am pulling into the rest stop. Alright, let's pull her in right here. Engine off. Let's take a nap. Oh, no. Pull it forward. Why won't it... Rest. I am getting some rest. It is now 5 in the morning. Check our mirrors. Let's start backing up. Let's check what the outside looks like here. Turn that off. Now let's turn that on to give everyone some warning. We're about to do something monumentally dumb. Whoa, that didn't look good behind me. Alright, now let's make up for all of the time we've lost. By the way, my foot is on the floor right now. Alright, let me see if I can fix this wheel thing still. Controls. Steering nonlinearity to 0. Steering sensitivity, increase it slightly. Steering access. Ah, there we go. Dead zone. None. Okay, maybe like a little bit. Like that. That is much better. Now I can actually make fine-tune adjustments with my wheel like I think I should be able to. I'm riding a little bit over the line here. Let's get that cruise control turned on, shall we? And let's make up for lost time, because this is going to be a long episode, and I know it, but whatever. So yes, this Boston guy, I don't know. You know, people like that have to be so convinced in whatever their beliefs are that they just... the rightness of their ideology becomes more important than what they're doing to people, I guess. I mean, it makes sense in a way, but it's also deeply disturbing in just about every other method I can think of. Because, you know, that's how Hitler worked, right? Like, that's how we had the Holocaust. You know, let's not do that again, shall we? Let us attempt to avoid wiping out X million number of people. 7 million? It was just 7 million Jewish people. Like 10 million total? That sounds about right to me. Oh, yeah. By the way, any Holocaust denial comments on my channel will get deleted because I'm not even going to recognize that sort of behavior. And certainly I'm not having it associated with any of my videos, any of my channels, etc., etc., etc. Well, I only have one channel, but you get my point. Don't do it! And if you really believe that, go study some actual history for a little bit. Alright, these guys are a little slow. It's not like we don't have documentation from all of the Ally, Russian, etc. forces that entered there, half of the workers, the Nuremberg trials, taped confessions. It happened. Get over it. I understand you may not agree with the specific policies of the State of Israel, but that is very different from the Holocaust. Oh, come on, car. I don't understand how these people drive this way. It's like they slam on their brakes while they're driving down the road, and then all of a sudden they speed up away from you. It's like, really, guys? Really? Really, really? My girlfriend just said they want to keep me on my toes. I'm like, yeah, apparently. Okay, and we're still driving here. It is 88 degrees Celsius out there? That can't be right. We'd be roasting alive. That must read like 0 something. No, but I guess it's springtime. Well, it's perpetually spring in this game, so. Now, I honestly feel like the game is taking me backwards. No, I guess not. I guess it is taking me all the way south to Stuttgart. I could take back roads. Like, I could go to here, get off here, and take this road all the... Oh, no, I'm not taking that road. Look at that, guys. Whee! I am so not doing that. Even though it would put me out here. Would it? Maybe. Well, I would always get on the 6. That's the 6, right? I could get on the 6 and travel south. But somehow I have that sneaking suspicion that I'm just going to be better served taking, what is it, 7 to 5 to 5 to 8. 7 to 5 to 8 to Stuttgart. And then just doing it that way. That seems far more sensible to me than trying to negotiate back roads. Because also, I don't know if those back roads go, like, up over mountains, or, you know. And honestly, you guys have seen this thing trying to climb up hills. It isn't pretty. What is with you people? Like, really, what is with you people? I have a suspicion the speed limit is probably about 55 kilometers an hour. Don't ask me to try and convert that to American, or miles, because I'm not going to manage it. Alright, let's put the cruise control on at a comfortable 53 kilometers an hour. Which I'll have to stop in a minute because we're getting back on the highway. Which, I don't know if this is an Autobahn? Oh, don't stop. Here we go. Let's get that directional turned on. Let's get the brakes turned on and working. Seem to have a bit of a delay on my brakes right now. trim the grass a little bit. And we are driving up the hill. Slowly but surely. Come on. Come on. Now, if I'm correct about this, I basically stay on this motorway, highway, autobahn thing. Oh, hello. You are dumb. You are also very dumb. I am holding my pedal on the floor. I am literally holding my foot down to the floor. I am now at 50 kilometers an hour. Well, I'm also carrying one heck of a heavy load on this thing. I don't remember what this weighs, but it's certainly not a little small amount. If I were ever one, I would not try and pass this thing at all. But it's now almost 7, and we are cruising. By the way, Ausfahrt. That does actually mean exit. So all of you guys can stop laughing at that now. I don't think it literally means exit. I think it's... I don't remember what it actually means. I took about 2 years worth of German at one point. I remember enough of it to say, Guten Tag, wie geht's? Good. Gut. Und du? Hi. Good morning. How are you? Good. And you? Alright. And we are driving. Apparently my news update coming from my girlfriend says the guy is, quote, 1 level above critical, which means he'll probably make it. However, this being Boston, he'll probably wish he didn't. Yeah. Remember how I said how we drive up here? Now imagine what happens when we're actually angry. Yeah. We riot, whether we win or lose sports games. If we win, we riot. If we lose, we riot. It's great. We're pretty much angry all the time, actually. I think it comes from all the Irish. We're just kind of drunk and angry all the time. And the Italian. We eat a lot, too. I'm sorry, I just put like 18 stereotypes in that sentence. But, you know, you guys wouldn't be watching me if, you know, you wanted political correct speech, right? Or maybe you thought I was politically correct. Nope. Nope, no I'm not. In fact, I hate being politically correct. Not... Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't go out of my way to be unpolitically correct. I don't see the need to... Oh, how do I say it?
Please everyone all the time because they're annoying.
Yeah, please everyone all the time, because, look, if I irritate you or I offend you, just don't hang out with me. It's not like I'm walking into your house and saying, hey, you need to talk to me now. I'm going to force you to listen to me.
You're
No.
going to be that fairy from Zelda. Hey, how are you?
Right, I will not be Navi. Oh my god, so much death. Death thoughts. Whoa, that's my exit. I know I didn't exit up here. Though my truck handled the sudden shift across an entire lane into the exit lane pretty well. Anyways, come on up the hill with you. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I feel like I'm driving the little engine that could. Anyways, I'm not forcing people to associate with me. I'm not forcing people to listen to me. If you guys don't like anything I say, feel free to unsubscribe. You know? That's fine with me. You know? If I'm not the type of person you want to listen to, go ahead. That's sort of why. I don't feel the need to... I don't want to try and hide myself for the sake of someone else's, preconceived notions about what I should act like. I'm me, and you're you, and damn it, neither of us are going to tell the other what we're supposed to be doing, in terms of how we speak. Now, I admit to certain restrictions, like, okay, I'm not going to yell fire in a crowded theater, I'm not going to intentionally slander someone and destroy their reputation, but at the same time, I don't, and I'm not going to go run around and, you know, swear and curse in a preschool, because there are certain things that I personally believe are not morally correct. And I'd be somewhat irritated if someone else did that. And here's a nuance of the preschool example. The nuance here is that children in that situation, they don't really have a... Wow, I'm driving badly. Still getting used to the wheel. They don't really have a choice with a lot of stuff. A child doesn't have a choice to be in the preschool or not. The child can't, you know, not associate with you if they're in a situation that forces them to, due to various and sundry obligations. So, that's a different case, I think. I'm more speaking just towards adults. Because, I don't know, it's people get so easily offended nowadays. Where I work part-time at a pizza place, and I work full-time at a pizza place, and part-time doing customer support tech for a point-of-sale location that sells to pizza places. I can never get away, can I? And, yeah. Believe it or not, being a delivery driver pays more than customer tech support. Yup. Why do you think so many people are not getting college degrees anymore? Personally, I'm in the process on working on mine. It's just that I can understand the sentiment of, if I'm already making, you know, X number of $1,000 a year, why am I gonna bother going and to earn less money? Oh, I shouldn't be in this lane, should I? Because that's going to Colne, I think that was. Oh, that's a guardrail. Anyways, I should probably slow down as I'm hitting this off-ramp at enormously high speeds. Now, the funny thing is, I slow down and then I have to floor it to get up the on-ramp. Because my truck has a stock engine, which I don't remember what model it is in terms of horsepower, and you're an idiot, so I'm just going to go past you. Now, I know you're off in my blind spot, and you're going to accelerate past me, and now I'm going to move over. Good. Good. And now I'm going to take approximately 10 miles to get up to my cruising speed. I'll set my cruise control, and 5 minutes later, take the exit. I need a bigger engine. Yeah, this wheel isn't that bad. I'm getting used to it. I picked it up for 20 bucks, by the way. At a consignment store, actually. So, today, recording this video was actually not entirely intentional. Most of it was, in fact, I have 3 days in which to return this thing, which I think is illegal in my state, actually. I think they're required to give you a 30-day guarantee of use, of functioning usage. There's a law in Massachusetts that basically states that an object must be usable for its intended purpose for up to 30 days after purchase, or else the company has to replace it. Now, the thing is, I don't know how this applies to a reseller location of used goods, but I suspect it applies equally. Anyways, political correctness. I'm too libertarian for my own good. I'm not crazy libertarian. I believe in government. I believe that taxes are a thing that we must pay. You know, I believe that federal military is a good thing. Federal spending on highways and schools and this and that's a good thing. These are all good things. I don't think the government should be telling me what to do with my money or what to do in my house. Because that's my house, or my apartment, or my dorm, or wherever I am. Dorm's a different case, because then technically it's someone else's private property. But anyways, I don't think the government should be telling me what to do in my house or apartment. You know, it should be my responsibility. House especially. Apartment, okay, I can see more of a reason for that, because you're renting it from someone else, and there's a commerce involvement there. When it's a house, it's your house. You own the house. You know, no one else owns that house, unless you have a mortgage on it. No one else owns that house. By the way, when you have a mortgage, interesting legal factoid of the day, you do not technically own the house, at least to my understanding of mortgage law. The bank owns the house, and the bank allows you to live in it. In return, you pay them and pay off the loan. Funny concept, isn't it? So anyways, I just don't think the government should be involved in my private life. The less it is, the better off I am, and also I believe the better off the nation is. And I didn't necessarily say the United States there, because I think this applies for all nations. People do better with money, and they do better with businesses in the economy when the government isn't telling them how to do it. Look at all of the nationalized businesses in the UK. I'm sorry to pick on you Brits over there, but come on, it's a great example of nationalized business gone awry. You know, or look at the Federal Housing Authority. Look at all of these government organizations that are horribly wasteful. And the sort of waste that would never be tolerated in a private entity because the shareholders would flip. In fact, there have been cases where shareholders have flipped and brought the company back in line in a much more responsive way than our senators when the populace freaks out, because they don't care, because they know that as incumbents they have a much better chance of being reelected than their challenger does. Interesting factoid. The incumbency advantage in politics pretty much guarantees that without major scandal or demographic change, the incumbent candidate will almost always win in the United States. Just the way it is. If you're challenging an incumbent, good luck. Now in the U.S. we have certain other cases. For example, Scott Brown, Republican senator from Massachusetts, go figure. His defeat to Elizabeth Warren, who in my mind is a left-wing liberal nutcase, but that's because I am a right-wing conservative nutcase. As such, I believe that she is insane. However, someone on the left would believe that I am completely out of my mind and that she is perfectly rational and normal. This is a known effect in politics and one that you have to be aware of. Anyways, enough blabbering about that. Right. The reason Elizabeth Warren beat the incumbent, Scott Brown, is simply because of what are called presidential coattails. Presidential coattails are basically, as a president, if a popular president is reelected, candidates from his party will usually win. So yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that was a lot of the main reason why Elizabeth Warren defeated Scott Brown. And what else would I say? Oh, right. So, have you ever noticed how people who are conservative tend to watch Fox News, and people who are liberal tend to watch MSNBC? Right? Right. There's a reason for it. It's called a selection advantage, selection bias. Basically, we watch the news that reaffirms our own personal opinions on what we see in politics. So if I'm conservative, I'm going to watch Fox News. If you're liberal and you agree with MSNBC, you're going to watch MSNBC, mostly. There are exceptions to that, to a degree. MSNBC, it's spectrum-based, to be honest with you. What's my speed? Well, he's traveling faster than I am. So I should be okay, right? As long as I'm not the fastest person on the road. So, there is such a thing as selection bias. I'm using bad examples because I'm trying to concentrate on my route and on talking to you guys. But, generally, an easy way to actually take a look at if there's bias on a network, on like a news show or whatever, take a look at the political opinions of its viewers. If you look at their opinions, you can usually kind of guess what that show's going to slant towards. So I bet you if you took a poll of the people who watch Bill O'Reilly, it would come up as very conservative. If you took a poll of the people who watched, I don't know, Piers Morgan, it would probably not be very conservative. So bias exists, and honestly, everyone's biased. All of the networks, all of the cable shows, all of the broadcast stations. They're all biased because they're all run by people. Most of the time, people won't even be aware of the bias they have. That's part of the danger of selection bias. You know? So, that's one of the downsides. Selection bias, yeah. Sorry. Brain. It's late at night, and I just worked an entire day at work, and I'm just kind of like, whoa. So, what am I doing here? Oh, right. Yeah, most people aren't even aware they have selection bias. It's just a natural natural gravitation to certain channels and stations and, you know, commentators and, oh, well, this guy's smart and this guy's dumb. Yeah, exactly, you know? And I always get pissed off when people say, oh, this or that politician's an idiot. They wouldn't be there if they were an idiot. Let's be clear about that. If someone's an idiot, they don't make it in politics. They don't. It just doesn't, you never get to the point where you get the good advisors.
I don't know if I can ask you this or not, but do you hear anything
So,
about, like, you know, what's been going on around here? Like, do they tell you inside stuff on that?
now what am I doing? Changing lanes to go to Stuttgart. Oops, wrong way to change lanes. And this is the point where I put my foot on the brake.
I mean, is it legit, the people that they caught?
And we're slowing down.
Yeah, they apparently caught him around 8:30, I think. My time. Okay. Sorry. I don't want to get you in trouble. But
Let's turn that blinker off. And let's hit the accelerator. Because we are 7 kilometers away from where we need to go. Almost there, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the background noise this time. There is actually my girlfriend's roommate is in the room and is playing World of Warcraft. She's doing pickup groups. Everyone pity her who plays World of Warcraft. We can all pity her now. And she is now talking to, I believe, her husband, who is at Army training somewhere.
And the AC's on.
And the air conditioning is on. So
Because you have 2 gaming laptops in the same.
exactly, because there are 2 gaming laptops running. And also because my girlfriend's talking to me at the same time. So I'm trying to listen to about 18 different things, and my brain's going...
Yeah, don't you go eat or something? Don't you always
And we're
go
slowing
somewhere
down.
this time of night?
And we're stopping.
Well, anyway, I love you. I'll text you when I can.
Stopped way far ahead of where I should have been.
Alright, bye.
And hopefully in the next episode or 2 I'll get the shift lever working. Because I really want to get that working, but I don't know. I hope it's going to cooperate with me. But we're almost there. We hit the accelerator. I really wish I had a bigger engine on this thing. Because, I mean, look at this. That's silly. that amount of weight. I would try to figure out why this is affecting my vehicle much more than usual, and why my stopping is so off as well. I think most of it's because I'm carrying this on the back of my truck. Oh boy, European trucks have a lot of mirrors on them. Alright, let's get this thing rolling forward.
Okay, you're out of my range.
Put our blinker on.
Thank you.
And after I do this, I'm going to enjoy the wonderful brownie that my girlfriend made for me. Oh god, there's a building there.
Brownies.
Why did someone put a building there? This is a horrible location for a large load truck stop. Like, really bad. I don't even drive trucks in real life, and I can tell you this is a horrible place.
Oh, my brother can tell you. He drives trucks.
Also, yes, my girlfriend's roommate's brother is an actual truck driver. Is he long haul?
Long haul trucks? It depends on where they send it. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Depends on it.
Okay. Well, he'd probably curse me out for the way I'm driving this thing, but...
He would probably call you a four-wheeler or something like that. They have terms for us normal driving people. Which is actually
Yep.
hilarious.
So let's get over here.
My brother, because he used to drive.
Yeah, he was short haul, wasn't he? Alright, let's get up there.
Did they send him, like, how long did he make trips? I don't know.
He was strictly local.
Okay, then yeah, so if it takes you, like, days or a week to make a shipment, then yeah.
Yeah, he was strictly local. Sorry, we are talking about things completely unrelated to what's actually happening in the game right now. All right, so if I turn this way, and I have to remember this doesn't exactly work like a car. Wow, I really screwed this one up. Alright, let's pull it ahead and get this mess sorted out. This is the first time I'm ever backing in using a wheel. Turn. Well, that's not pretty, but it'll work. Also, this is significantly easier when using a wheel. Alright, so let us click T to detach, and we're done. And I'm going to take a damage penalty in here. 25 XP, which knocks out some of my bonus for parking it. But it gets me up to level 7. Or, sorry, level 6. Nice. I dinged! And I made 17,000. Not bad. Efficiency bonus and long haul and high value. Nice. So I have my class 180R, but I'm really thinking of going for level 2 with a high value cargo. 15% higher reward for high value delivery. I'm thinking that's not a bad idea. Because the problem I'm running into right now is these videos are already wicked long for my normal YouTube videos. So I'm really thinking that I'm going to be better off taking shorter hauls using high-value cargo. Or maybe just splitting my videos up into multiple parts. If you guys have any idea, please let me know. And let's do this high-value cargo. Let's apply it. And let's us park somewhat sanely. This was not sanely. And yes, it is actually much easier to park one of these things with the wheel instead of having to use your controller. Because see, what's nice is if I turn the wheel all the way to the left or the right and then I just let go of it, it automatically returns on me. So sometimes it takes a minute for it to figure out I want to go forward. So let's just pull into this little area right here. From here we can either back up or go forward. So let's pull in here. Turn on our parking brake. Turn off the truck. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching as always. If you like this, please comment, subscribe, hit the like button. If you didn't like this, tell me what you didn't like, and I will fix it. Please, if you didn't like it, tell me what you didn't like. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. As always, happy trucking.